Alright, hello second channel. It is the 4th of September, and I've made a tier list thingy. Not gonna spend too long on the specials because not a whole lot has changed. So I'm gonna kind of just go over my thoughts on the game and stuff a bit as kind of a preemptive thing. This will not be main channel content. Um, I put tier lists on the second channel a bit. There are some that are private that you guys don't see, mainly just to like have a basic snapshot of what the game's balance is like at a period of time for when I do meta history videos later. So that's part of what this is for, but I figure this time, since speculation tier lists were very popular, we'll also make it a second channel VOD. For main channel tier lists, I try to make them after the meta has changed a decent bit, so each tier list series feels unique. So the first one I did was around crab meta, like crab and inkjet just starting to enter the meta, crab meta ending. Then I did cooler meta, and now we're still kind of in cooler meta, but it's obviously a bit different. And I think like one or two more patches and we could do another main channel video. Like some of these specials get a little bit better, and then maybe some new weapons in the game, and I think it'd be worth talking about. This season was almost worth talking about. There's some cool stuff there, but honestly, not a whole lot has changed. So, yeah. But yeah, there's not too much to talk about here. Crab moved down a bit, Jet moved down a bit, Zuka moved up a bit. Zuka's just really strong. It's fast. It's hard to take out. Not ordered in the tiers, no. And Zip jumped from D to B. So Zip is an okay special. Even the C tier specials are okay. If I had to pick these in order, it would be Bubble, Slider, Tide, Stamp Worst. I think I can actually Bubble, then there would be like a gap. But these aren't D tier. Like, these all have uses. It kind of depends. In zones, this isn't the worst special. In tower, this is the worst special. In Rainmaker, this isn't the worst special. In zones, maybe this is the worst special. And then in tower, this is good. In climbs, this is good. In rain, this is probably the worst special in Rainmaker. I don't know, it kind of varies. So, thank you for the tier 1. Anyway, that's not what you guys want to see. You guys want to talk about this list. This is the one you care about. So, full disclosure, let me put some lines, okay? X and S plus are like definitive top tier lines. The gap between these two is very small. This is like potential top tier, potential high tier. Like when things settle, this tier will probably like even out a little bit between these two. Like I would say out of these, this is probably top tier. Like I would say maybe just Splash. I feel like there's too many crab counters for Splash to be higher, but like I think not all of these will last. Like I think out of Ballpoint and Jet, one of them will not be here. Range is still a maybe, but I'm confident in it. Chargers are a maybe, but they have some results. Tent, I feel like will be here, but again, has to prove it. Stamper will probably be here, and Splash will probably be here. Like, Stamper and Splash are the ones I have the most confidence in staying here. Yeah, RB feels really good right now. Zuka is really good for range. Like, it combos with it really well, it combos with the wave really well, it gives the wave location a lot more utility, all of that. The gap here is a lot larger, though. Like, even if these drop, there would probably just be a new tier, and then maybe some of these weapons would spill up. I think, like, this is still potential top tier category. Like, this is top tier, potential top tier. Like, kind of varies. This tier will kind of fill. Hi, Punny. This is, like, high tier. This is, like, high tier. You can still pick these pretty much everywhere, but they're more, like, they're not as good as these. Like, I think there's a decent gap between these two tiers. And then after that, B and C is niche. These two tiers are, like, niche stuff. Like, zones, it's good, or specific matchups. Rainmaker, against comps that aren't hard countering it. Like, maybe you want Vacuum Beacon in zones. Zones thing. Very situational, kind of like to make these work. Solid kit for some comps if you want a 52, etc., etc. Like, gets more narrow, and then here is like super niche, like flounder zones. Yeah, this is a thing. Maybe odd support tool for zone, like stuff like that. Maybe you want inkjet spam. So like B is niche, and then C is really niche. D tier onward, this is probably where I'd put a viability line. Actually, wait, this can go here. Actually, this can go here, because this is picked on 2 map modes. If I'm using that logic, then yeah. DDS and B? Yeah, I think the CDS kit is just better. I feel like you mostly pick like a beacon and jump niche around it. I feel like this kit's just a bit worse. Yeah, and then these two, D and F are like, I don't want to say viability line, but if you were trying to pick up a weapon for competitive play and you picked a D or F tier weapon, I would be like, yeah, you really should probably have another weapon alongside it. Like, you can pick it. Like, sometimes it'll be okay, but you probably want to have something higher up. And then F tier, I think we will, like, I don't think there's any reason to pick any of these in competitive play. But yeah, like this tier right here, S and A, these two are probably going to change the most. I think this tier is very stable, except for Nautilus. Or not Nautilus, sorry. Edit. Edit could change. Edit could be a little bit lower. I think Edit will be here or here, and we have to develop it. And then, yeah, these are your Zuka guns, and they're good. Broken midline, Zuka spam, and good main weapon. So, yeah. Is VAC really that strong? It's not... VAC is fine. It's more the main weapons and their special output is really good. But VAC also fits, like, a really good role. I wouldn't say a lot of power is in the special itself. On Dread, I think it's just a zones thing. I think the main is kind of weak, but it's exceptionally good at zones. Cheese with the suction bomb. Like, you can cap a ton of zones, even zones you can't normally slider cheese using the suction. Can VAC counter Zuka? Kinda. But Zuka can fill it really fast and hit around it. So yeah, I don't know. That's kind of where I think things are. I don't think they're going to nerf Edit. I think Edit is fine. I don't think Edit needs any nerfs. I think, like, it's, like, if anything, I could see it being lower. For Rapid Pro above it. I think its kit's just better. I don't really like Whale right now. And I'd rather have Mist than Dart. Sorrel Bro that good? The kit is really good, yeah. People are just calling it Edit. Also, the NA Open starts in an hour. It does not start now. It starts in an hour. Oh, the high school division is starting. Maybe we'll watch it. Maybe we'll watch the high school div. I forgot that was happening first. You're right. So the high school one is starting then. But yeah, anyway. That's kind of where I see things right now. So. It's a high school div? They have like a play versus thing. It's like high school teams. I don't know how it works. I didn't even know it was a thing. So. Swig and D? Yeah, this is fighting meta. Not good for Swig. Swig does not like fighting meta. It does not fight. Also, the subs suck. Heavy Deco same as Heavy? Yeah, I mean, the kits are pretty comparable. Slightly, like, both the subs are fine. And then the specials, like... Do you want, like, self-sustainability or do you want team support? I think they're both good. Why doesn't Wiper work as much? Wiper and Tetra are both suffering from the fact that Cooler has made everything else faster. So these weapons that enjoyed a pace that other weapons couldn't play to are now playing at the same pace as everything else. Like, Wiper and Tetra are still faster than other weapons, but the pace is tiny. Like, before, you hard outpace these weapons. Like, you would run circles around the best weapons. Like, Splashes and Machines would get ran around by Wiper and Tetra. It's not really the case. Like, Sean Zap can play to that speed with Cooler. Why is there a huge gap between the Tri-Sloshers? Because Tri-Nouveau can get its special. And it has a bomb. And the other one is Mist, and it gets like 3 jetpacks. I mean, I could see V-Try being B. You know what? Maybe B is fair for V-Try. I guess. I guess I can put it here. I guess this is fair. Like, if you have a cooler, I guess it's not the worst thing. You clash up with tier certainly for its kit, because it gets, like, no Zookas anyway. No Expo niche? Yeah, you're fighting Zookas, jetpacks, and crab tanks. Good luck as an Expo player. Like, as an Expo, you can thoroughly enjoy a 95-5 matchup with jetpack, a 90-10 matchup with crab tank, and an 80-20 matchup with Zooka. Yeah, Zuka's so good that I think Machine... I think Machine Neo is fine. Yeah. It's still 30 point cheaper, and also I don't even think Sensor's bad. Yeah, the vanilla Brawl kit sucks. Chara, don't hit the... Is C goo in F because of stamp? It's in F because of stamp and because it's goo. Like, V goo is not much higher. And it has Torp Missile. So yeah. A stamper fitting comp, it kills things. Very good mid-range Slayer. Has a one-shot up close. Can do zip things now, because it's a special. Is Incline better than Vibo? You can actually pick good comps with it, and the paint weakness is not awful anymore. But, like, you need the paint and chumps to, like, play with blasters and buckets, which is what you need to play with as a bow. Why do you think Ultra Stamp is a weak special? Because you're fighting a bunch of shooters and spotlings. Like, look at the top tiers. Like, let's take a look at Stamp. Stamp struggles most against shooters and spotlings. How many weapons is that out of, like, the top 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, yeah, and chargers. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 out of 13, 14, 15, 16. 12 out of the 16 best weapons in the game, going off of this list, counter Stamp. Yeah, good luck with that. Like, yeah, alright. And even then, like, you're not even gonna see, like, more than 2 of the other ones that aren't shooter spotlings on the same comp. Sam runs out of ink quickly? Yes, but you'll live. It's not that bad. Like, it's a downtime weakness and it's serious, but you'll live. 17 you missed range? Well, there you go. Sorry, 12 out of 17. Then, yeah, okay. Congrats, you lose to the vast majority of top tier guns. Like, I guess in a tier lower, things get slightly better, but even then, like, this still beats it, this beats it, this beats it. This may be more even because this is Tickle Gun. This can even hit Stamp okay. This kills through it, this kills through it, this kills through it. Like, even then, it's not much better. Like, I think Stamp just needs full frontal protection. If Stamp could block ahead of itself, it'd go here. I would just make Stamp... I would just make it block, like, everything in front of it. Nothing can shoot through it in the front. Like, I got somewhat opposed to that when they put in the buff, but then they nerfed the duration. So, okay, now this... Yeah. If this blocked from the front, it goes here. That's what we need. How Zip is so high? This is so high to you? It's second highest tier, relevant-wise, you know? But also it just does a bajillion damage. A high school event is actually just Turf War? Oh no, I can't watch it anymore, actually. Damn, that sucks. Wow, I was really looking forward to it, but we're not gonna watch. I'm not watching Turf War, no thanks. What does Whale need to do better? It's just not, it just doesn't do a lot. The effect is just very small. I don't want Whale to be much better, though. That's the thing. I think Whale is fine as it is. I don't, like, you know, maybe give it an object damage buff, bump it up here, and that's it. Just leave it. Comps are fine with sensor. Other weapons that have bombs, usually. That's why it's helpful if your sensor weapon is something that doesn't need a bomb, like a Nautilus. Like, that's why it's nice to have sensor on something like that. Because, like, the longer range weapons don't need as much. Wave and A, yeah, still hampers movement a bit. Good combo number. It's also extremely good with Zuka. Like, Wave Zuka is a good combo, because if you get hit by a wave, you can just die. How do you buff bow? I don't even know. I think for the reg bow, the explosion should do 35 damage. I think it needs that combo number, and that also means the AoE can actually kill you. I think that's how you have to start, and Reflux needs more range. Reflux should be like Splattershot Pro range. X-Ball buff? Buff the shot velocity so it has an easier time fighting, like, in general, and massively buff the crab damage so it can fight crab. Forgot Cooler 2? Yeah, Cooler 2 is down there. String of a charge hold in the trailer. They could also give it a charge hold if they wanted to, I guess. I don't know if it changed that much. Yeah, I don't know. And that's kind of where I think things are right now. You know, it's first impressions, so it'll change, but like, I think we're about here. Is Reflux not pro range? Yeah, no, Reflux is no range, bro. Thoughts on Ringer? It's slow. It doesn't really have a direct factor that Range Blaster does. Its special is terrible. I think it needs a little bit more range. That's what I would do. I would give it a little bit more range. Just give it like another like 25% of a line in the training room. Junior C Junior, they don't fight well. Fighting meta. Though some people think V Junior is better. Thoughts on Blob Deco? I'll be honest, I really don't like it. I think I almost put it a tier lower. But like, I guess I could do Kraken things. I think Blob is a super unreliable fighter right now. Like, unless if you are up close to it, it's so hard to hit the shots. And then you have no supportive tool, so you can't just play passive and paint with it. Which even then isn't that good. Like, I almost had it down a tier. I just really don't see it. Like, Blob has a lot of vouchers, but also it has no results. Like, people like to theorycraft that weapon all the time, and I get it, and that's cool, but like, okay, none of that is leading to it doing results. Like, none of that is leading to it getting any form of results. You know. I think it needs buffs. I don't know what they can do to that thing exactly. Range Blaster strong. Yeah, I think range strong. Yeah, the tiers are not ordered. They're just in class order, so it's easier to read. You know, shooter. And then you have, yeah. Rollers also could use some help this patch, admittedly. I think rollers might be the worst class in the game now. Like, as an overall class, I think rollers might be in the worst spot. Hey, that's why we got it. That's why we got the rebalancing series, though. You know, we'll fix it later. Like, Carbon Deco is the only, like, really good roller right now. There's some that have niches, but, like, Carbon's the only good one. I think rollers are probably the worst spot. Because now Brellas have Sorella 10 and Sorella Brella. Carbon, though? Carbon is one weapon. What weapon class does not have one weapon up here? Brushes? Yeah, brushes aren't as high. But also, brushes average pretty well. They're not as low, either. Like, other than Paintbrush, like, both the Octobrushes and Ink Brushes are, like, fine. I don't know. I feel like having four brushes with moderate use and one that's bad outweighs one roller with use, two with niche, and, like, everything else being, like, in the gutter. How do you buff Nova? I wouldn't. That gun's design is stupid. If I'm not reworking it, then I do not care about the long arrow spray. It should stay down there. I think Paintbrush needs less wind-up speed. I think that's what it needs. I think Paintbrush needs less wind-up. If it has less wind-up, its DPS is better, its kill time is better, its paint's better, its speed's better. Like, everything gets buffed by reducing the wind-up. High school champs only turf for the first match? Okay, maybe we'll take a look then. I don't think 50 minimum damage would help Roller that much. Like, I don't think that's its problem. Like, it's a nice buff, but it doesn't address anything to me. Like, I guess, and maybe if you put it on vertical, I guess, like, maybe it's 50 minimum vertical, but like, give V-Carbon 160? I don't think they should, actually. I don't think V-Carbon needs to be good. You think Paintbrush should stay bad? I mean, Paintbrush doesn't do anything inherently unhealthy for the game. Like, it's a little annoying, but it's not unhealthy. Like, it does properly check some things. I think what Wiper and Tetra need are better fucking kits. I think that we shouldn't have given the Tetra with Zipcaster fucking Sprinkler. I think it was a terrible idea to neuter the kits on Tetra. I think it was bad. Wiper is close to having a good V-Wiper kit, just buff the hammer. Buff hammer, and give Tetra a third actually good kit. Like, fully good. Like, give it like fucking, I don't know, give it like Torpedo Kraken or something. I don't care. Like, just give it an actual kit. My parents stand are annoying, but that's a personal thing? Yeah, it is a personal thing. I don't, yeah. Starting to fear we won't be getting third kits? I have no idea. It depends what the hell they do after side order. Is V-Splash underplayed? No. If anything, it's overplayed. But it's not, it's kind of understandable as to why. Less frames after you stop swinging? Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to an end lag decrease, but I think the startup is more important. I think the windup is, like, the big problem with that weapon. I think the windup is too much. I think it needs less windup frames. Also, the rollers need better kits. Yeah. Well, Dynamo needs buffs. Flingza needs horizontal flick fighting buffs. Roller could be a bit better at fighting. And Swig needs to be better at fighting, too. It should still be a weak fighter, but it should be better. Like, it needs to be able to do something to help a bit more. Like, maybe make it 40 damage, man. Like, maybe make it 80-40 instead of 70-35. But even then, I don't know. I think Swig also just needs a real kit. Like, that shit is stuck with Dart and Wall. Poor thing. That's terrible. The specials it has are fine on both of them, but the subs are awful. Is Angle Shooter the only main problem with Bucket Deco? The caster could be better, but yeah, if it had a different sub, it could be so much higher. Like, if Bucket Deco had a bomb, it would be on par with the vanilla Bucket. What's Zip's problem right now since the buff? It's still kind of inconsistent. It's still really hard to get value out of against Cooler. Like, other people are still fast. Like, it's easier now because you just zip at people and don't use your main weapon, so you're faster now with zip as well. Like, that's how you keep up. The tiers are not ordered, no. Yeah, I don't know why they gave Swig Dart. I can understand, like, every other Dart that they've given. Like, I can see the logic behind all of the other ones except Swig. I don't know why the fuck they gave a Dart. Is BPM better or VJet? Right now, I don't know. But they don't really do the same thing. Not every weapon needs a bomb, but there are some weapons that do. The problem is, like, Nintendo doesn't understand what weapons need bombs and what don't. That's the problem. Like, to be fair, most of the community doesn't either. Like, people complain that, like fucking Edit needed a bomb. Edit did not need a bomb. Like, it has range. Once you pass a certain range value and paint value, then you don't need a bomb. Like, Nautilus doesn't need one. Not that a bomb on them would be bad, but, like, it's fine. You know? Like, Sprinkler is not the problem in the new Tri-Stringer's kit, just like it's not a problem with the Snipe Rider kit or the Heavy kit. Like, Sprinkler on these is fine. Could Sprinkler be better? Yes. Would other options be better? Yes, but it's not the problem. People call Knots kit bad for months. I mean, it's not as... I understand not because, like, Suction Jet in S2 was better. This weapon needs a bomb and it's like a long range spot. Yeah. The only ones that like could kind of use a bomb were minis. And unfortunately minis got they got hammer. I think give the burst bomb kit hammer, bro. I don't. The Zimmy kit is excusable. The Zimmy kit is fine. I don't even have that big problems with it. But goddamn, why do we give the burst bomb one hammer, bro? Could have given it like burst bomb anything else, please. Come on. I don't know. Maybe if they buff hammer, Vimy will live. We'll see. Hydra's the only bad main spawning at the moment. I don't even think Hydra's that bad. Hydra was almost in D tier. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm a Hydra believer. Put it up here. Fuck, we're putting Hydra up there. No, you're right. Hydra is not the same as the weapons in D tier. You're right. That's not fair. Perhaps I treated it too harshly. Yeah, I think it has some niche map modes it's like good in. But I feel like Splatling players just have their hands full because there's so much shit up here to play. So that's why I don't see it. Like there's heavies, there's ballpoints, there's Nautilus, there's edit. Like goddamn. Why is Luna in D? The main weapon is bad. So Turning, thanks for the tier 1. The main weapon of Luna is bad. It's not good. It's not the worst thing ever, but like it's not. They gotta give Luna an actual fucking buff. For God's sake. Actually, to be fair, the Intensify RNG buff is a start. But like, they gotta give it like a real buff. They gotta stop slapping this thing on the wrist like it's a high tier weapon that isn't seeing enough use. Like Nintendo treats Luna the past few years like it's a high tier weapon they want to be a top tier. They're like, okay, this weapon's already pretty good. Let's just give this a little bit more. Just a little bit more, and it's like down fucking here. Like, help! What weapon we give Crab to? S-Blast? Dread, maybe? Explo. Explo's the most wanted. Explo deserves it. Explo should have Crab. For God's sakes, if it's suffered with heavy baller, it better get Crab. Like, Splatoon 2 C Explo went through hell. So the custom Explo in this game might as well be good. Why is Paintbrush low? It's slow as shit. Everything it does is slow. Like, everything. And then its kit's whatever. Like, everything it does is slow. Its painting is slow. It has a shit ton of downtime. It takes forever to get out of ink. It takes forever to get back in ink. Its damage outside of being up close takes forever to kill. Like, you can't even DPS things because it takes forever to start dealing the damage. Like, everything you want to do on Paintbrush comes with a, hold on, wait, you can't do that yet. Okay, now you go. Wait. Go. Wait. Why is V-Dynamo higher? V-Dynamo's his own niche. Also, like, it has cooler Sprinkler. Its kit is good. If Paintbrush had Dynamo's kit, it would probably be like a B tier weapon. Or, like, even if we just, like, switched out, like, Wave for cooler, it'd probably be like a B tier weapon. Is Dyno the same problem as Paintbrush? No. No. It's not the same thing. Dynamo could also go into ink fast. So that part's not as bad. Oh yeah, you can't even roll. You can't even use your brush mobility without fucking waiting. God. CX will play more than X-Bone 2. You would get raid and jetted and missiled, and you needed something to not die to all of that crap. So you played that. So you would just play it to live. Octoburst and C. Yeah, they gotta buff the gun. If they buff the main, I could see it being higher. Like, now that Zip is, like, better, I kind of think V-Octo's, like, close to being up a bit. Is Crab doomed to be on another kid again? No, they're gonna give it to other stuff. They just have been adding content slow. It'll be fine. What's V-Sploosh niche? Rainmaker. That's it, Rainmaker. You super DPS the shield. That's it. And then you shark out and you kill the rain instantly to reset the shield. And you run around the map because the mode likes mobility. Like, everything Rainmaker likes, Sploosh is good at. V-Clash D? V-Clash is not in D. Clash is not... it. Dude, you get 2 Zukas. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have Zuka if you can't get it. Like, cool. Nice Zuka. You cannot get that. You know what? You guys can hold me this for a future list. If V-Clash gets 170, I'll put it in D. Alright, is that fair? If V-Clash gets 170p, I'll put it in D tier. Then it gets enough Zukas. I'll put it in D. But until then, no. Octoburst weaker compared to the first 2 games? It's not really weaker than it was in 2. It's just 2 had, like, armor and shit. So a lot of comparable short-range or like, killing gun options were out of the picture. And also, Octoburst just had Autobomb Jetpack in that game. Like, that's a good kid. Combination of both for Roller. Would a Clash paint buff count? Yes. No, Sploosh's problem is that it is Hammer and Curling Bomb. Sploosh's problem is that they didn't give it kits. When Sploosh 7 had Spot Bomb Zuka in S2, it got picked a little bit. Or sorry, in S1 it got picked a little bit. And when it had Spot Bomb Ultra Stamp, it got picked in 3. Or like in 2. God damn it, I'm mixing up both. Like, it was seen as a top tier in Rainmaker, not a niche. No, it was top tier in Rainmaker with that kit. Sploosh as a main weapon is fine. The kits Sploosh has are fucking terrible. Like, they are some of the worst kits in the game. They are also super comparable with Wiper's kits. Sploosh is fine. Sploosh does not need a buff. The main weapon is fine. The kits are awful. The kits are fucking terrible. If you could get, like, if Sploosh had Splat Bomb Zuka, B or A tier weapon. Probably A tier. With Splat Bomb Zuka, that'd probably be an A tier fucking weapon. Sploosh Neo the worst kit in the game? For the main weapon? Maybe. That or Wunder's kit. Yeah, don't worry guys, they haven't fucked up the Sploosh 7 kit yet. I'm sure they won't mess it up. It's gotten Splat Bomb every time, so at least you're guaranteed to have a competent bomb. You just have to pray they give you Zuka, and not some random shit. Incoming Splat Bomb Reef Slider. I'm sorry, it's over. They're gonna give it Splat Bomb Slider. They're gonna break the streak. I can't hold it back any longer. I'm gonna tell you, it's Splat Bomb Slider. That's the Sploosh 7 kit. It's gonna come out at the end of the year. Like, next year. Like around like fall, you're getting Splat Bombs and Reef Slider on Sploosh 7. I'm so sorry. I tried my best. It's not gonna happen. I tried. How do you put Mini with Burst Missile? S+. Why is Trizuka good? Its AoE hitbox is fucking massive, it's nearly impossible to react to, and it's very easy to play off it in team play. Also, you can get a lot of them, because you use it and then you instantly keep farming another one. You can just pop your Zuka, you shoot people, and then you go get another one, and then you hit people with AoE, and your teammates go kill people because they have 40 HP. How do you buff the non-bomb sub-weapons? Not all of them need buffs. Well, some weapons just need a fucking bomb. At the end of the day. Good undercover kit? You'd have to do, like, Torp Cooler, and even then I don't think it'd be good. Maybe, like, Burst Cooler. Maybe give it, like, Burst Cooler. Squeezer and a bomb would be super duper broken. Depends on the special. Squeezer doesn't really need it, but it doesn't hurt to have one. Alright, though, I think that's enough questions. Why is V-Spray so low? Because it's an Aerospray and it has a Fizzy Bomb. Or sorry, no, not the Fizzy. Oh my god. And it has a slider. Why isn't Carbon higher? Because Carbon's still a predictable playstyle that's still on certain maps you can't pick. Alright. Range with CRB kit or Grim kit? Maybe S+, maybe. For sure S, though. Like, it wouldn't be borderline like I'm thinking right now. Like, it would definitely be better. Brown F because it's outclassed by Sorrel. It's an F because it's a bad main weapon. Or mediocre main weapon, maybe, for lucky. With a terrible sub for it and a terrible special for it. You can't do Brella things, because your special doesn't extend it. You can do Brella things and then your shield gets broken and then all of a sudden you pop fucking Jetpack. Oh, and you can see your Jetpack target because you have an Autobomb. And you can use the Autobomb because it's cheaper. There's not enough good maps to affect the viability of weapons yet, no. You're still playing in mostly hallway maps. You can't only play on the new stages. So that has not affected weapon tiering yet, no. Alright. Alright, that's enough of talking about the list. I'm ending it here.